Hello, everyone, and welcome to another super special episode of the Killer Author Club. Tonight's guest is our very own Heather Gudenkauf in the hot seat. And she is here to answer all your killer questions about her new thriller, Everyone is Watching. We have tons to talk about, so grab your cocktail, your list of questions for Killer Heather, and strap in. We will see you on the flip side.
Thought you really loved me, guess I was wrong. Thought you'd never leave me, guess I was dumb. Waited like forever to be your plus one, but I guess you were done.
Hello to all our new members and to the OGs on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube or wherever it is that you're watching. We are so glad to have you here. I am Killer Kimberly Bell, and with me we have Killer Kara Ruda and Killer Heather Gudenkauf, who is also our guest tonight. We are so excited to be welcoming our very own Queen Killer Heather to talk about her latest novel, Everyone is Watching, and all things killing of the fictional kind, of course. Make sure to drop your questions for Heather in the comments. We will be scouring them to ask of our guest. Kara, would you please do the honors and introduce Killer Heather?
I would love to. All right, Heather is the Edgar Award nominated New York Times and USA Today bestselling author of 10 novels, including Everyone is Watching, which releases on March 26th. So that's 1 week from today. Her debut novel, The Weight of Silence, was an instant New York Times bestseller and remained on the list for 22 weeks. Amazing. Gudenkauf's critically acclaimed novels have been published in over 20 countries and have been included in many of the best of lists, including 7 thrillers to read this summer by the New York Times, the 10 best mysteries and thrillers of 2017 by the Washington Post, Amazon Best Books of 2022, and Goodreads Most Anticipated Mysteries and Thrillers of 2022 and 2024. Heather lives in Iowa with her family and a very spoiled German short-haired pointer named Lolo. Welcome, Heather.
Thank you. This is so strange to be on this side of it. It's so much fun. Thank you. I'm so excited to be on this end of it. It's been a while.
We have you kind of sandwiched too, so you can't go anywhere. You're stuck here with us. So there you go. All right. So anyway, all right, we're going to dive into the book, as you know, in great detail in a minute. But for now, can you give us the elevator pitch for Everyone is Watching?
Yeah, absolutely. So Everyone is Watching is about 5 strangers who are from all walks of life, and they come together because they're invited to take part in this over-the-top reality competition series. And they travel to Northern California to wine country. And when they arrive, they quickly realize that the game they signed up for is a lot more than they bargained for.
That's for sure. Okay. Very good. It's so good. I loved it, and everybody will too. And we have lots of questions for you, and a reminder to everyone, drop your questions for Heather in the comments, and we'll get to as many as we can. But first, we have a super special surprise guest, or we should say guest, for Heather.
Okay, let's see if I can do this. Here we go.
What's going to happen?
Mom, happy Pub Day.
Oh,
We're so happy and excited for you to share your newest project with the world.
This book is very different from a lot of the work you've done in the past, and we know you've put so much effort into making it. We want to say we're so proud of you for challenging yourself and creating something new, fun, and big.
We hope that you receive the flowers you deserve with this new book, and that you will feel content and excited for what's to come. We love you, and we will see you soon. Bye.
I'm just going to say congrats on the new book, and good luck with the book tour. Miss you, I love you, and we're all very proud of you.
Yay!
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
That was a few of my kids. Oh my gosh, I'm dying. You guys are the absolute best.
We
So
were
that-
dealing with time differences because Alex is overseas, so we were like, okay, how about a video?
It was perfect. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much.
Yay,
That
we
was
did it, Kara.
I know.
amazing. I am just absolutely about ready to burst into tears. So that was the sweetest little thing ever.
Happy
So
tears.
thank you. Happy tears. Absolutely. Thank you, guys.
You can feel the love through the videos.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you.
They're so cute.
All right. Well, that deserves a cheers, don't you think, Kimberly?
100%. And you guys, if you've watched one of these, you know that the killers love our cocktails, mocktails, tasty drinks. So every episode, we ask our killer guests to come equipped with a favorite. The recipes are all on thekillerauthorclub.com under the tab Killer Cocktails. Heather chose one lucky winner frosé is her special drink tonight. Heather, you want to tell us why?
Because of the pretty color. It kind of matches my book cover. And it's rosé and it's frozen and with a little bit of sugar and strawberries infused. And who doesn't like a frozen drink?
I love a frosé. So
Delicious.
cheers, everyone. I'm on water tonight.
I know. Right. Okay, cheers.
I wish I had a frosé.
Me
That's
too.
very good.
We do. All right. So the killers and I, these guys, started Killer Author Club 2 years ago. I can't even believe it's been 2 years. So that readers like you can interact with some of the best suspense and thriller authors in the business. Our winter and spring lineup includes superstars like the Lisas, Lisa Gardner, and Lisa Scotoloni. Did I say that right? Chris. Oh, okay. You know that.
You're going to have to ask him how to say his name because everybody says it differently.
I know. So I'm just going to say Chris B. and CJ Box and so many more, including Heather Gudenkauf. But anyway, tonight we're here to talk about Everyone is Watching, Heather's creepy locked room thriller. Okay, here's some praise. Creepy. Oh, sorry. No, that was me. Riveting, relentless, and absolutely captivating. Heather is the queen of storytellers, and I completely devoured this total immersion thriller. It's super sinister survivor set in a gorgeous locked mansion, but like the reality TV it skewers, nothing and no one is what they seem. That's from Hank Philippi Ryan. Booklist says it's a diverting tale that will have readers flying through the pages to learn what happens next. And from Hannah McKinnon, no wonder Heather Gudenkauf is one of my favorite authors. Everyone is Watching is a unique, original, compelling, and absolutely binge-worthy read. I couldn't inhale the pages fast enough to find out what was going on in this mysterious, high-stakes televised game. It's Big Brother meets Survivor meets a bucket load of Machiavellian twists, and this knockout book is sure to be a hit. I love that. All right, Killer Heather. The killer question of the day is, how do you kill?
So how do I kill? So in lots of different ways, but I like to kill. Let's see, let me go through some of them. I have killed in the woods. I have killed using sharp objects. I have killed, let's see, in this one, I don't know if I can tell you. I don't want to give that one away. I've killed in caves using blunt force trauma. I've killed in rivers. So, you know, I kill in lots of different ways. It's just whatever fits the story best.
You're a pretty well-rounded killer then.
Yeah, I was going to say equal opportunities killer.
Yeah, I think so.
Anywhere, you're killing everywhere.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
With a lot of different methods. All right. Well, I like that answer and we'll take it. Thank you. You've moved on to the next level of our contestants, a reality TV show. How's that? Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay, so can I have a question? Like, how did you come up with this story? It's great.
Yeah.
But it's a step away from what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's really pretty different. You know, I wanted to try something different, challenge myself a little bit. And I have to admit, I am a fan of reality TV. I tend to like the competition series where they're like Survivor or The Amazing Race, where you know, people are thrown into these different locations and in these new situations and asked to do some physical challenges as well as, you know, mental and social challenges. So that really is where it stemmed from. But I think even more so is watching all the different reality shows. I did a ton of research for this. I watched a lot of shows. I really came to realize just how, as an audience, we feel like we kind of claim these contestants or characters in the shows, and how we think we know them really well. We think we know their motivations, their strengths, their weaknesses, and there's a lot of judgment that goes into being a viewer of this kind of show, or any kind of show. And probably one of the most fun parts of writing the book was taking the point of view of the viewer audience, and the keyboard warriors who are sitting back and watching the show and thinking they have it all figured out, and the characters, and making comments. Because if you really want to know what people think, you go to the comment sections, right, of social media, and that's where it's pretty deadly.
Yeah, and I watch a lot of reality TV. Well, not tons, but there are a couple of like all the housewives, and I've done the Love is Blind, because my daughter tells me I must watch it. But what I think is so funny is the way that the people who are filming it, who are behind the scenes, can manipulate also how the readers think about the people there, and that's kind of something that happens in your story, that you start off thinking, oh, this character's this way, and then the deeper it gets into the story, the more you think, wait a minute.
Right.
Like, how hard was that for you to keep track of? Because you had a bunch of different characters to keep track of, and did it change for you too as you were writing it?
Yeah, absolutely. This was actually one of the hardest books I've ever written, just because it was so different, and I have such a big cast of characters. But this story changed so much. I mean, in the original version, I had characters who aren't even on the page anymore. They just didn't fit with the stacks of paper that ended up on the cutting room floor for this. It was painful, but it was the best thing. It was the best thing for the story. And, when I finally settled into the characters, getting to know them is, it's time to get to know the characters. And if you remember, Kimberly and Kara, as I was, finishing this story, I came to Kimberly because you are a dedicated plotter, and I am have been a dedicated pantser, and I was pulling my hair out, and I'm like, I need to become a plotter. I need to be able to figure out how to lay everything out in the story. So I ran into a lot of brick walls with this, and part of it was creating like a whole new reality series. Taking the best bits from all the different shows, and then making them even more over the top and dangerous. And but it was a lot of fun to do as well. Really, and as much as I complain about how many times I wrote this, I really enjoyed the process and had a lot of fun. I never got sick of the story.
Yeah. And I think that comes across when you're reading too.
Yeah, I do too.
One of those stories that you just keep like turning the pages.
Well, and the games that they just keep getting more and more terrific. I mean, it starts out with a bang. I'm not going to give anything away, but boy, it really does just start out with a bang and keep moving.
Yeah.
In the best.
So I see a bunch of comments, people saying they'll see you on your tour, which can you talk about that a little bit and where they can find more information?
Yeah, so I am going on my first tour in several years because, as we know, because of COVID and the pandemic. But I start out in my old hometown in Dubuque, and I'm going to bring Lolo to that one. And so everybody will be able to see her, which will be so much fun. And then I'll be at Swamp Fox in Cedar Rapids. And then I start traveling. I go to Michigan, and I get to see Kimberly in Atlanta. I'm going to St. Louis, and then back home for a bit to Des Moines, and then come home for a bit, and then I'm back on the road a little bit more. But you can find all my stops on my website at heathergudenkauf.com.
Yay. You should come to California, I think.
I would love to come to California, Kara.
One day we will do a Killer Author Club tour. It's going to happen.
Yeah, we have to.
Yeah,
we have to do that.
All right, and you know who I really liked and hated? Fern. So you were talking a little bit about the behind the scenes people, and it's true. Like we've all read the stories about how they manipulated the Real Housewives people, and how they, they like every person in the reality show gets their own producer that's just trying to egg them on and make them say even more and more mean things, And anyway, so you have those people here. You have those people here. Were they fun to write, or were they kind of scary?
Yeah, I think a little bit of both. I mean, most definitely in this book, there are some characters you love to hate, just like when we're watching a real reality show. They're the characters you root for, and the rest that you can't wait to see leave the show. And Fern, who is the production assistant, who's behind a lot of the logistics of the show, but gets thrust into a different role that she's absolutely not prepared for, but is, very ambitious herself. And we have some characters that we think we're going to love, but we find out every character has a secret that they would much rather, and actually will do just about anything to keep that secret hidden. So we learn about the lengths that people will do to protect themselves, their families, to get what they want.
Right. I mean, starting it out with Fern telling everybody there are no rules, and then giving everyone tasers.
Yeah, the rules are there are no rules. Isn't that what she said?
Yeah. And then, the taser thing. And then they're in it's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, it really is chilling.
Bananas.
You could see, though, the way our insatiable appetite for reality TV leads to bigger and bigger challenges and more stuff like this. I mean, you could just see it evolving into something like this easily.
Yeah, because not only do the shows get crazier and bigger and bigger and crazier, and the pots of money that you can win, but people also come to it with different motivations than they did when it very first started, right? It was like, what is this thing? And people didn't realize how famous they were going to get. But now there's this whole fame component and how to monetize that on your social media and blah, blah, blah. So it's interesting to see the characters also weigh that, like, especially the ones that are carrying secrets, I mean, that you're going to be out there with capital letters, but you also have this thing that you're trying to keep on the down low.
Right. And like, is your life worth $10 million? Like, what's more important too, like when it comes down to it?
Yeah, the high stakes, and some of the characters, it really is life and death for them and their families, and some it's greed, and some it's fame. And I just saw online that there is a new reality show coming, and I'm going to get the name wrong, but I think it's called like Mr. Beast. He is like a YouTube sensation, but it's a new reality series, and the prize is $5 million. Wow. And I was going like way over the top with the 10 million, which obviously it is, but they just get more and more wild and out there.
So I was looking at the reviews on Goodreads so that you don't have to. No, they were all very good. A lot of, I saw in a bunch of them people talking about Squid Games. Did you ever watch that?
I did. And if that's not a scary show, I don't know what is. But it's where these people who are, really in a position desperate for money and literally will give their lives to win, and just how chilling it is to see them, give their heart and soul and sometimes their lives. Yeah. And there's a new reality series called Squid Games, The Challenge or something. It's like a reality show based on the Squid Games out there now too.
Let's hope nobody dies, right?
Yeah. And Linda wanted to know, what's your favorite reality TV show?
Oh, I'm a Survivor gal. I would, like, for years I'd watch it with my kids and my family, and I would say, I'm going to sign up, but they all knew I wouldn't, because I can't eat the strange food. I was going to
say, and the bugs, I couldn't do all the bugs.
No.
As soon as the mosquitoes came, I'd be like, nah, forget it. I used to watch the one Naked and Afraid. Have you ever seen that one?
I've seen that one. That is
Also, the
wild.
bugs on that one, I would be like, no.
Yeah.
Oh my
Well,
gosh.
and the naked.
But one of the other reviewers said, they called it a nuanced critique of social media voyeurism and the extremes people will go to for greed, fame, or sheer curiosity. Do you like that review? Do you think it's
I
accurate?
do. I love it. It sounds so like academic and like I did. I mean, really, I did. That was a fancy way of saying, look at us as a society, how we react to. It's almost like gladiators in the Colosseum, and we're the
We're the
spectators.
bloodthirsty spectators. Yeah.
Yeah.
In the moment. Yeah.
Wanting the drama.
Yeah.
Okay, Kimberly, I think you wrote this quiz for Heather.
Oh boy.
Okay. Well, we wanted to. I actually got this off of your thing. For $10 million, would you? And guys, we want to hear from you which ones that you would do. So throw that in the comments. Would you, for $10 million, swim with sharks with no cage?
I've done that actually.
With
no
big
cage?
sharks that could eat you?
Yeah, in Tahiti. Yeah.
You win $10
Crazy.
million.
I wasn't really comfortable with it, but they're right all around us. And they were like, oh, we do this every day. I'm like, how many people do you lose every day? I mean, I don't know. Anyway, go ahead.
And you still
I
don't
get
know.
$10 million? No,
I
okay.
didn't hear that either. My daughter did it
I-
in a cage, and that freaked me out. I couldn't watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do it in a cage, but I guess that's not worth 10 million.
Yeah, these weren't
so-
great
But
whites.
then there's also that movie about the cage falling to the ground, right? To the
Yeah.
ocean floor. Forget it. No. Okay. Would you go bungee jumping?
Oh yeah. I'd have no problem.
Really?
No problem doing that. Yeah, I would do that. If I was strapped in nice and secure, I think I would do that.
Afraid that you have bungee.
On the comments, nope,
afraid.
nope.
How about jump out of an airplane?
Ooh. I've been hot air ballooning. So, I mean, it's just like
This
a
is
little
like
basket.
falling
I
at
like
like Mach
falling.
speed to the ground.
Yeah, and I'd be in charge of pulling the cord, right? Then no, because I'd forget.
Well,
Yeah, I know
maybe you
the
could have
airplane,
somebody on your back, right? Like
Yeah.
the first time,
Yeah.
you don't do it alone.
Yeah.
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 Not going to happen. My daughter did that as well. I was like, you're trying.
My whole family did it and didn't tell me. And then they told me only after
wow.
that. Oh, that's another.
Yeah.
I didn't go.
No, couldn't do it.
Mm-mm.
How about climb a mountain, like a big one? Not Everest, but like Ararat or I don't know, Kilimanjaro.
I would love to do that. I mean, it won't happen, but I could, as a younger person, I could have seen myself doing something like that.
Yeah.
I love hiking.
Yeah. Yeah, you do.
I'd have to,
walking.
yeah.
My husband's done 4.
Oh, that's
I
amazing.
won't go. How about, would you eat the same thing every day for a whole year?
Yeah,
$10
I could do that.
million. I'd do that.
Yeah, I could do that for sure.
Would you, Kara?
Oh, yeah.
I hope I get to pick what the same thing would be.
Right. Yes,
Yeah,
you do.
right.
This
Exactly.
body
Yep.
show, you do get to pick what you eat. for
Not
those.
like, a McDonald's cheeseburger or something.
Yeah.
How about, would you be an assassin for hire?
No, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do
Only
it.
on the page, right?
Yeah, only on the
You're gonna
page.
get
Right.
caught and then you're gonna lose the 10 million. So
Okay.
don't be an
Yeah.
assassin.
I already know the answer to this.
No.
Promise to never, ever read a book again.
No, wouldn't be worth it.
Not worth it. Okay, what would you do for 10 million? Do you have anything else on that list that you're like, I'd do that in a second?
I don't know. I think that's like more of a question for off air.
Yeah. When we're plotting our next books.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. Well, I think it might be time for the killer giveaway.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, wait, is it me? Is it me?
Yeah.
Okay, before we get there, I want to point out one thing that Heather has a playlist for this book too, and I'm going to be dropping that in the comments, so watch for that. But we also have a giveaway, like we do every single Killer Author Club episode, Heather is giving away 3 copies of Everyone is Watching tonight to 3 lucky U.S. Killer Author Club viewers. Doesn't matter if you're watching us on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube. We scour the comments on all those places, everywhere we stream. But please do make sure to shout out where you're from. It helps us when it comes to picking. So, question is, what is the name of Heather's very frightening killer dog? Drop your answer in the comments, and we will come back tomorrow around this time and choose an answer.
No peeking, everyone. Everybody's answers. I know you will. Okay, anyway. All right. So the killers love indies, and we want to support them in any way we can. That's why we've partnered with bookshop.org and have our very own Killer Author Club store on their website, where you can find all of our books, as well as those of killer guests, past, present, and future. Also some fun lists that the 3 of us put together. So we'd love for you guys to peruse over there and see our list. We'll be dropping that link in the comments. But in the meantime, and speaking of indies, Heather has selected 2 stores tonight: Swamp Fox Bookstore in Marion, Iowa, and Riverlights Bookstore, also in Marion, as her favorite indies. Heather, can you tell us why these stores are so special to you?
Yeah, absolutely. So I chose 2 because I could. River Lights is actually in Dubuque, which is my original home from Indy, and I know them from way back. You know, we lived in Dubuque for decades, and I had a really close relationship with them when I was actually a classroom teacher, and that evolved when I became a writer, and they've just been the best. And then when I moved, Swamp Fox Books, they opened their arms and welcomed me to the community and made me feel, you know, very welcome. And so they're very special to me as well. So yeah, please, if you get a chance to visit them or check out their websites, please do so. They're wonderful woman-owned business, independent booksellers, and just gems of a group of people.
Yay. And we'll be dropping the link to Heather's book in the comments, so you can order Everyone is Watching from either of those 2 stores or any bookstore of your choosing.
Love it.
Okay. Oh, and Kimberly.
Yes.
You have something to announce today. I feel like something big has been happening in your life, and it has something to do with the widows. Can you tell us?
Widows. If you guys have been on my any of my socials, you might have noticed that I've been shouting it from the rooftops for the past week or so. So Desperate Deadly Widows, which is book 2 in the Widows series, is out today from Audible. So you can, if you're a member on Audible, you can download it for free. If not, you can still download it, but you gotta pay. That's, like I said, book 2, and book 1 is already out. So if you haven't read book 1 or listened to book 1, you can do that right now, download it from Audible, or you can wait for just a little bit longer and get a copy of the paperback, which is out on April 2nd. And I'm going to be giving away a copy tonight. So if you want one, tell me what your favorite 80s memory is, what your favorite 80s accessory is, anything 80s related, and we will choose a winner from the comments.
Yeah, and the widows will all be with us in an upcoming show too. So
yes, and we're also my co-authors and I will be on the show on April 9th. So make sure to be there too. So
Cannot wait.
Join us, and we'll be giving away lots more copies then too, for sure. So, but it is not all about me, because we have 2 other killers that we would like to celebrate tonight, both of whom are offering up a giveaway of their brand new releases. So we have first up, The Fortune Seller by Rachel Kapelke Dale, came out in February, and she is giving away 1 signed copy to a U.S. winner. In this dazzling suspense-filled novel, we introduce a group of Yale equestrians and the secrets, betrayals, and class struggles that plague them. If you love a dark academia set novel, made even more irresistible with tarot readings and horseback riding, that sounds awesome, then this is the book for you. Also tonight, Rainbow Black by Maggie Thrash, out today, and she is giving away 3 copies to U.S. readers. Set against the early 1990s satanic panic and spanning 20 years in the life of a young woman pulled into its undertow, Rainbow Black is an imaginative tour de force about one person's tireless desire to be free. Brilliant and deliriously entertaining, the novel is part murder mystery, part gay international fugitive love story, and all addictive, searing, high-octane triumph. So I'll be dropping the links to both of those in the comments too, in case you can't wait to see if you won.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you're interested in either of those books, specifically say so we can search for people who are interested in those giveaways. Anyway, all right, you guys. You all know that if you've been here before, that membership has its privileges. So if you're on Facebook, check out our private members-only group called the Killer Author Clubhouse. This is a place for the really hardcore killers, where we share book recommendations, have all sorts of murderous fun, and hold giveaways. Every episode, we also choose a name from the Killer Author Clubhouse to win a piece of Killer Author swag, like t-shirts, mugs, candles, totes, hats, all of the above, all of which can be found at killerauthorclub.com. All right, so tonight's winner is Jenny Reichman Thompson. Please send one of us killers your address, and we'll send you some Killer Author swag your way. Congratulations.
Yay, congrats. All right, and Heather, we have really good news for you. I'm sure you're dying to know what it is, and it is that you survived.
Look at the beat.
Yay!
You survived, but you're gone now. Sorry.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much, ladies. I mean, goodness, this was such a treat tonight, and it was so much fun. Thank you.
It's been a blast.
And
I can't wait. We get to do it all over next week.
That's right, twice.
Yeah, in Atlanta. Yeah. Anybody in Atlanta, if you're anywhere near Foxtail in Woodstock, come see us. It's Thursday night.
I have complete FOMO, but yeah.
We'll miss you.
Fly down. Oh, but you're probably sick of airplanes, Kara. So I understand you want to stay put.
Yeah, I'll stay put. But someday we'll have a Killer Author Club event. It's going to be fun too.
Absolutely.
And all of you guys will be invited. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So that does it for tonight's episode. Thanks to everyone for tuning in. And Heather, thank you for being here. We're so excited for you, and we know it's going to be a huge hit. So be sure to check right back here on March 26th. Okay, this is a double header. Thanks to Heather. Okay, so first up, I don't know what happened. First up at 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific, we have Matthew Blake here to talk about Anna O. And that's been a big book, and we're so excited that he's going to be here. He's giving away 5 copies, so be sure to tune in, mark your calendar for a special time. And then we're back at our regular time, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, for the one and only Lisa Gardner, who will be here talking all about her latest Still See You Everywhere. So there's a lot of everyone and everywhere is going on. It's kind of in the zeitgeist. But anyway, in the meantime, please find us wasting entirely too much time on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and all of the above. For all the information you need, times, upcoming schedules, past episodes, recipes, merch, and all of that, visit killerauthorclub.com and go buy Heather's book, you guys. Yeah. It's so good. You're going to love it.
Thanks, everybody.
I guess I'm a killer through our love into